What if everything you know about life, death, and reality is just a tiny piece of a much bigger puzzle? Dolores Cannon was a quiet grandmother until she discovered something that shook the world.
Other planets are just one of the schools that we sign on to learn at. But that's not home, not the real home.
Through thousands of hypnosis sessions, she said things that sound straight up crazy until you realize they might just be true. Like that we chose to come here, that Earth is a school, and that some of us were not even from here. Wild, right? But before you roll your eyes, these ideas didn't come from dreams or drugs. They came from the deep subconscious of people who had no idea what they were saying. And the craziest part? So many of them said the exact same things. In today's video, we're breaking down 5 mind-blowing Dolores Cannon teachings that will change how you see reality forever. Just facts, straight from the subconscious mind. And number 3 might just shake you up a bit. Let's begin. 1. You chose this life before you were born. Yeah, exactly. According to Dolores, your soul picked everything. Your parents, your challenges, even your heartbreaks. Not because you are cursed, but because your soul wanted to grow, to learn. Think of Earth like a school. Every painful moment, a class. Every tough person in your life, a teacher. Dolores said that before we come to Earth, we sit with spiritual guides and plan it all out, like picking courses in college. You want to learn patience? Cool. Here's a loud, difficult boss. You want to understand love? Okay, try being heartbroken and still choosing kindness. Now, the craziest part? People under hypnosis who never met each other said the same thing. They described this life planning session down to the details. So the next time you're asking, why is this happening to me? Maybe ask, what is this trying to teach me? Because according to Dolores, you signed up for it. Now, if that didn't stretch your mind, this next one will launch it into orbit. 2. Some people on Earth are not from Earth. Dolores called them the volunteers, people who came from other planets, other dimensions, to help Earth through a crisis. Sounds like a sci-fi movie, right? But thousands of hypnosis sessions revealed the same pattern. People would suddenly say, I don't feel like I belong here. I miss a place, but I don't know where it is. I came here to help, but I don't know why. Dolores said many of these souls had never lived on Earth before. They came from peaceful, loving civilizations where war, hate, and fear didn't exist. So coming here, it felt heavy. These volunteers often feel out of place, sensitive. They hate violence. They question the system. They just know something's not right. And guess what? Many of them came in waves, especially after major events like World War II or the atomic bomb, to raise Earth's frequency, to stop humanity from destroying itself. If you've ever felt like you don't fit in here, you might just be one of them. Let's shake this up a little bit with number 3. You're living other lives right now in parallel realities, not past lives, current lives. According to Dolores, time isn't a straight line. It's all happening at once, right now. And your soul? It's multitasking. Imagine this. While you're watching this video, another version of you is living a totally different life. Maybe as a rich artist in Paris, or a monk in Japan, or even as someone who never survived childhood. These aren't what-ifs. They're real, parallel lives. Dolores said your higher self experiences all of them to gather wisdom faster. Sometimes deja vu, that weird dream, the sudden connection you feel with a place or person you've never met, could be your soul tapping into another timeline. And here's the wildest part. Choices you make here can affect those other yous, because all your lives are connected like threads in one big soul web. You're not just one person. You're a whole network of lives learning from each other. Crazy, right? If that sounded impossible, just wait. because this next teaching proves how powerful your mind really is. Your body can heal itself if you connect with your higher mind. Dolores found something shocking during her hypnosis sessions. People would go under, and suddenly their higher self would take over. This part of them knew everything: why they were sick, where the pain started, and how to fix it. And then boom, real healing would happen. We're talking about cancers vanishing, tumors dissolving, back pain disappearing, all without medicine or surgery. Now, Dolores wasn't a doctor, but she worked with doctors who confirmed that these patients really did heal. How? She said, when we quiet the conscious mind and tap into the deep subconscious, we reach a state where the body can literally rewire itself. It's like the body is a machine, and the higher self is the technician who actually knows how to fix it. But most of us, we never connect with that part. We're too distracted, too stressed, too busy Googling symptoms instead of listening to our soul. According to Dolores, true healing doesn't just come from pills, it starts from within. And finally, let's bring it all home. Because the biggest question is, why are we even here? Why Earth? Why now? Earth is one of the toughest planets, but souls line up to come here. Sounds insane, right? Why would anyone choose this chaos? But according to Dolores, Earth is one of the most advanced spiritual schools in the universe. It's intense, emotional, unpredictable, but that's what makes it powerful. She said souls beg to come here not because it's easy, but because the growth is massive. On Earth, you feel everything: pain, love, loss, joy. You learn what it means to be human, to forgive, to rise after falling. Other planets? Peaceful, yes, but slow when it comes to spiritual evolution. Earth? It's fast-tracked transformation, like spiritual boot camp. The problem is, when we get here, we forget. We forget who we are. We forget we're souls having a human experience, and we spend our lives thinking we're just bodies, just names, just problems to fix. But Dolores believed that remembering, even just a little, can change your entire life. You are not small. You are not alone. You came here on purpose. And if you're here right now hearing this, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. So if Earth is the hardest place to grow, and you still came here, that says a lot about you. Let's slow it down for a second and talk about what all this really means. This means maybe life isn't random. Maybe your pain has a purpose. Maybe that deep part of you, the one that's always searching, always wondering, already knows these truths. Dolores Cannon didn't claim to have all the answers. She just listened to voices that weren't supposed to know these things, to patterns that showed up over and over again, to a deeper truth that lives inside all of us. And now, you've heard it too. So if even one of these teachings stirred something in your soul, don't ignore it. Sit with it, question it, explore it. Because the truth, reality might be stranger and more beautiful than we've ever imagined. If this video blew your mind, go ahead and tap that like button gently, like you're awakening your higher self. Subscribe for more content that opens your heart, flips your brain, and feeds your soul. And tell me in the comments, which Dolores Cannon teaching hit you the hardest? Until next time, stay curious, stay conscious, and remember, you are so much more than you think.